Hey, and yay! So today's day 15, but I can tell you right now that there is one more process video after today's, which I am so excited about. I had visions of this project dragging out to the end of February, which I didn't want to do, but by the end of February, I was happy with. So I'm super excited that I got my butt into gear and I dedicated a good 3 hours today to this, and it is done and finished. So in an effort to bring you not, 6 hour long videos, I've broken it up into two. Today you will see me work on days 26, 27, 28 and 29, and tomorrow is 30 and 31. So first up I am working on day 26, which for us here in Australia is Boxing Day, and we tend to celebrate Boxing Day with my husband's family. So this year we went around to my brother and sister-in-law's and we had lunch and we played by the pool and we watched the firefighting planes dump water, which is the second story for today. But first I'm working on the first story. This was the 6x8 card, one of the 6x8 pages in the DD kit by Ellie Edwards. And I really liked it because it's kind of got the party feel with the banners and stuff. I was like, hey, I'm going to use that. Don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to use it as my card. And then after I stuck my wood veneer down, I kind of went, hey, I might journal along those banners just for something a little bit different and fun. So that's exactly what I did. I'm just sticking those two back to back as I do because I'm particular, and trimming it down. So the journaling on that page reads, Boxing Day, we all headed over to Doug and Mel's to celebrate with the Sweetman side of the family. We all had a great day surrounded by family, and all of the kids, yes, I include Alan and Doug, spent heaps of time in the pool having a wonderful time. I wanted to add a little bit to the photograph, so I'm using a couple of those black strips with words. The one on the top left says, "'Tis the season," and the one on the bottom right says, "Merry and bright." I wanted to bring that grey down to the bottom card, so I've just journaled "so much fun." And that's that card done. On to the next page. As you can see, that's one of the water bombers dropping water on a plane. I am going to give credit right now before I forget. My father-in-law took this photo and the one that I used, the one from the pool, and he also took the photos of my boys that are on the Christmas card, which you'll see in a minute. He's pretty good at photography, and I totally forgot to get my camera out on Boxing Day, so I pinched a couple of his photos with his permission, of course. So thank you, Graham. You're probably not watching, however, thank you. I decided I wanted to keep this page fairly simple. I didn't want to decorate it too much. It was about a bushfire. There was a couple of fires on Boxing Day here, kind of within a few kilometres of each other and all kind of within the same time frame. We're guessing arsonists, but we don't know. So I just wanted to document this because this is just part of Australian summer. I don't know what it's like anywhere else in the world, but bushfires are it's quite sad, pretty regular occurrence here. So I'm going to do my journaling on the half circle there, and it just says, we'd been waiting for the fire phone to go off over the last few days, and today was the day. A couple close to home and the bombers overhead. Just using that cork number. That little bit that I'm sticking down now was something that I stamped that for day 22, and it says the reality of the season. I just thought that was appropriate for this. That is going to be it for day 26. Day 26 is done. Making sure that that ink is dry. I haven't used that pen on photos before, but this paper and that pen, they work beautifully together. So, yay! Giving you a quick close-up. And on to day 27. So, this is our Christmas card list, and it wasn't intended for day 27, but that's the day that I posted our Christmas cards. Time totally got away from me and I didn't get around to doing it sooner. And I put a post on Facebook, and that's what I've done the journaling to say. And the journaling reads, hang on, I hope no one has been holding their breath awaiting our Christmas cards this year. Laugh out loud. Time got away from me and they're going postal today. Keep your eyes peeled for a fun photo. So I always include our Christmas card, and I figured that this would be an interesting way to include it. I've attached an envelope to the back of my Christmas card list, and the inside the envelope is the card that I made. I wanted to add a little bit of red, so I've got these white numbers, my R29 Copic again, but I wanted it to be a bit of a darker colour, and I think I pulled my R39 as well, and you saw me cleaning that. There was something on the nib. So yeah, I wanted to bring a bit more red and something to make it really easy and obvious to open this page up. And I've used one of the page tab sticker thingies, and it says "'Tis the season." Rubbing out my lines. I don't know if you noticed, but I did outline where the star was going to be so that I knew exactly where I was writing, so nothing got covered up. Just going to use a little bit of wet glue and also my ATG to make sure this is stuck good. This is going to be the moving, functioning part. And then I realised that, hello, this is one of the cards with the two small cards on the back. So I found another card to stick on the inside. I'm going to go with this one that says joy. I like the little pop of blue that it brings, and I'm just putting some adhesive on that and sticking it to the back. Yay! That one's done. Oh no, it's not done. I've got to add my numbers. So they were still a bit sticky because of the alcohol ink. I just used my EK Success powder tool just to get the sticky off. 27, and I'm going to show you the photo in just a second. Not the photo, the card. So these are the cards I made this year. Look at those cheeky faces. Right back, children. Good thing I love them. Onto my actual story for day 27. Again, I've used one of the 6x8 cards and cut it down to 4x6. And I wasn't really sure how I was going to do this. I pulled out the Mary thinking maybe today's the day. Nope. I pulled out these black and gold phrases as well and went, I just use those. You see lots of finger tapping in this one. Then I thought, you know what, I might use another one of these half circles. And then I thought, I might put part of the title or something around the half circle. So I'm going to stick that down, and you get to watch me pull it up again in a second. Yep. And I end up putting it essentially right in the middle of the bottom of that card. And I really love the way this card came together. It looks fun. The title says summer fun. And I've just used those gold alphas for it. I'm going to do my journaling. And this one says, the boys are simply too big to fit into the clamshell pool anymore, so we decided to get a big blow-up pool for this year and see how we go. They love, love, love it so far. I was thinking earlier before I started working on this, I've got to get that other red star used up. And when I saw that spot, I was like, perfect. Saw me give myself a little hand clap. I was a bit excited about that one. Then on to the next page, which is day 20. It's actually day 28. You will see what I do in a second, and I was kicking myself when I realised. So, as per normal, making sure my cards are the same size. This one I cut a bit wonky, and I pull out my trimmer, I think. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yeah, pull out my trimmer. There we go, perfect. Yay, happy with that. I thought about doing my journaling on this card, but I couldn't. I was like, if I put it on the left, it'll be unbalanced. If I put it on the right, it'll be unbalanced. What am I going to do? Okay, cool. I'm going to journal straight onto my photo. Pop that into the pocket. That's that pocket done. Grab my white gel pen, and I'm pretty sure I test it. Yep, make sure it works first. This paper is beautiful for writing on. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. My journaling says, one is never too old to build Lego. Building my frozen castle, ... And of course, I had a little helper. He couldn't not. So You can see in the photo Hunter's hand. I got hubby to take these photos for me, and you can see that I've got the book and I've got my Lego, and Hunter's hand is in the photo, which is just perfect. There you go. And that's 27, 28 done. So there you go. I was like, oh my goodness, I've already done 27. This is 28. You missed a story. I pulled up the 27, and it's really not even noticeable. I do add a little stamp label thingy. So I'm really loving this rectangle box with the words. So I use red ink and stamp today's story, black ink to stamp the box, cut it out, stick it on top of the 28, and you really can't even see it because where the chipboard has stuck that I haven't covered, it's underneath a frame that's in the back of the photo, so it looks like part of the shadow. So that worked out really well. I was rather impressed. I was telling myself the whole time I was doing this, it's okay, Melinda. If it doesn't work, you can reprint the photo. It's okay. So a little bit of self-talk got me through it. My scrapbooks are funny creatures. So I'm just sticking that down, making sure it's perfectly straight. And there's 28. And 29. So again, I need to give credit to someone, but this time I don't know who it is. Someone shared in the Ali A. Woods December Daily group her Star Wars page, and I was inspired by it. I've gone with a different idea to what she had, but I was definitely inspired by what she'd done. First of all, I'm using the cork numbers and I'm using my gold ink. I pull out these wood veneer stars and some of these gold glitter stars and I play with them. This is on super fast forward. I play with them and I'm just like, meh, 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 don't like it, meh, meh. Pull it all off, try something different. Then I kind of went, hang on a second, I've got all these little stars. Do I use them all in one go? Oh, I really like that. And so that's what I go with. I end up deciding that I want to put the journaling card, the one I'm working on right now, at the top and the Star Wars at the bottom. It just seems to sit better. I just randomly applied little dots of glue all over the background and I've just stuck stars on the glue, and I like the randomness of it. Sticking down my 29, that ink I think is still wet, I've just discovered, but that's okay. Journaling says, Alan and I decided that with all of the movie vouchers and gift certificates we got for Christmas, we would take the boys to see The Last Jedi, but not before a mega Star Wars movie marathon over a week. I'm going to trim down the stars that have overhung. One of them flings off, a bit more glue, stick it back down, and I really like how this card came together. I do end up putting a couple of staples into the 29, just it wasn't sticking fast enough and I got impatient, I'll be honest. Moving my cards around, and that is day 29 done. So here are the close-ups. I am so excited. I have a little bit of stuff left over and I think I'm going to do a giveaway. I know that I have a couple of those giant tags and some other bits and pieces. So make sure you come back in a couple of days if you don't want to come back tomorrow. But tomorrow there will be another video. It will be my last one. It will be doing days 30 and 31. 30 has one story, 31 has two stories, and then there's like an end page for the album. Thank you ever so much for all of your support, for joining me on this series. I've had a ball getting this done, and I am so pleased to see the back of it. I love these albums, but I'm glad it's done. Thanks ever so much for stopping by, and I will see you again tomorrow with my last process video. Bye.